everybody this morning. We're getting a little rain finally. Yay! I am happy to see that. As you can see, I'm in the car running errands this morning. It's a good day for that. Oh, wow. There's a lot going on out there in the world. I've been going to talk about this for a couple of days. I think, well, I don't know, since yesterday, I guess. It's not been quite 2 days. Something everybody needs to be aware of. And again, I hope I'm not your only source of news, because I'm not very good at it. But I think we all need to be aware of this. The 101st Airborne has been deployed to oh, my brain went dead. Ukraine. That's it. How could I forget that? We've heard that so much. Supposedly they're just over there playing games, you know, doing simulations. But yeah, that's not a good sign, I don't believe. And I've heard that, well, let's stick with one thing. I'm about to jump into something else, but crap. Yeah, Ukraine. That is such a mess over there. You know, I keep hearing, you know, I don't have any way to corroborate this, but I just keep hearing over and over how corrupt they are. And we know that Joe Biden, before he became, well, when he was vice president, he bribed them, the government of the Ukraine, with our money, with the United States taxpayers' money, to get an investigation into a company his son was involved with stopped. Yeah, this is the guy we elected. Well, I didn't vote for him, but anyway. And I've heard rumors of there's a lot of these bioweapons labs over there. And that's also a concern, why we're concerned, because why the United States is concerned. And because we've been financing all that. You know, I am not a fan of Russia, their government especially. You know, but boy, there is something fishy over there. It stinks. You know, I know a lot of people's all about, oh, we support Ukraine, and I'm all for supporting the Ukrainian people, the average everyday citizen. They need our help. I mean, they at least need our prayers. But that government's a mess. And, you know, we sent trillions of dollars over there. How much of that went to the average person? Yeah, probably none of it. And now, what Russia did is wrong. I don't condone invasion in any shape or form. So, squirrel. So yeah, there's that. And I guess I'm going to be a little random today and all over the place. morning because that's how my brain's working this morning. That's how it works most days. But anyway, RSV, and I'm not sure what RSV is. I feel like it's something I should know, but I don't. But suppose it's a respiratory disease, I know that. Or, yeah, I don't know. It's got something to do with your respiratory system. I'm not a doctor, but I understand it's on the rise. You know, it's one more thing we need to look out for. And I'm hearing of milk shortages. You know, the price of your Thanksgiving turkey could be as high as 73% more than it was last year. I gotta turn my defrosters on here. So, it's just crazy out there what's going on. You know? There's a lot that, and I mean a lot, that I just don't understand. And, you know, I've always considered myself reasonably intelligent. Well, I say I don't understand, but I think I do understand the why behind it, which doesn't make it any better. Just, you know, the more I see and the more that I hear, the more this all feels like intentional. You know, we're having food shortages, and I don't have to tell you that. You can go see that for yourself. Excuse me. Just go to your local grocery store and look at the empty spots on the shelves. You know, you used to go to the grocery store and there were no empty spots and there weren't any thin spots. You know, I've noticed, and probably you too, that now you go in there and in order to make it look like they got plenty, they only put it like one row deep. You know, when used to it's this stacked from the front to the back of each shelf. So, yeah, it's crazy out there. I don't understand all this. I mean, it's not a good thing, what I'm about to say. And I've explained this before, and I'll probably go ahead and explain it. I haven't looked. We bought a bunch of hamburger, which is a staple for us, a few months ago, and so we really haven't been buying a lot of that from the store. And Rhonda bought some beef this weekend, but I didn't look at the price of it. She went and got it. I cooked it on the grill, and that was that. But the price of beef, I understand, is going down. That's good right now. It's absolutely good right now. But the problem is, a lot of that beef that we're eating now and in the coming months was cows and heifers that would be producing calves next year and the year after. So, and that's because of the drought and the high cost of everything. You know. So I would suggest, you know, watch your beef prices and stock up a little bit. Just, you know, be prepared a little bit. Because this cheap beef's going to run out. and it's going to get really expensive because we're not having we're not going to have the replacements, and then they're going to import a lot of beef, which, you know, you have no way of knowing as the consumer where your beef came from, or your pork, or your chicken, or anything else, because they've done away with the country of origin labeling. So you don't know where it came from. Now, I was just listening to something on a podcast, and they were talking about going to the grocery store and seeing stickers on their meat packages that said product of USA. That doesn't mean that beef came from the United States. That means it was cut up in the United States. So, because they brought it over here, probably is whole or half beeves hanging, you know, in a freezer. And then they cut it up here in the United States. So it doesn't mean it was bred, born, and raised in the United States. And I don't know. I feel I need to say this. Because I feel like somebody's out there saying, well, what difference does it make? You know, as long as it's cheap. And that's our problem right there, is cheap. I want my food cheap. I will go out and spend $750, $1,000 on a cell phone, but I want my food cheap. But the thing is, here's why you should care whether your meat comes from the United States or not. If it comes from the United States, it helps the farmers in the United States. Okay? If it is raised, you know, bred, born, and raised here in the United States, processed in the United States by American citizens, shipped on American trucks by, you know, American truck drivers, United States, sold by United States citizens at the grocery store, then all of that money stays in the United States. In theory. I know most of it don't, because a big chunk of it goes for fuel cost, which, you know, our government has made sure that most of our fuel comes from foreign countries again. But that's for another day. You know, if you really care, you know, these environmentalists that, you know, are all crazy about going to save the planet. Well, shouldn't you be encouraging people to buy produce that's grown as close to them as they can find? Don't you think that makes sense? That would eliminate some of the fuel costs. You know, we'll cut down on some of it, because it's not having to be shipped as far. Plus, it helps, you know, I don't know, in where I live, of course, I live rural, it helps my neighbors, you know, in the grander scheme of the term, you know. Because, you know, I got neighbors that grow corn, you know, grow beef, you know. know, I grow pork, but it just, to me, that's the way we should be looking at this. Yes, it's probably going for some, and I don't know why, and I do know why, because labor costs are cheaper. And when I say labor costs, I don't mean just wages. You know, the cost of having an employee, it's not just the hourly wage you pay that employee. You've got to provide workers' comp insurance. If you have one employee, you have to have workers' compensation insurance. Now, is that good or bad? I don't know. I'll let you decide that. You have to have unemployment insurance. You know, again, is that good or bad? I don't know. You know. But that is cost of labor. You know, you have to provide, well, if one employee, you don't have to provide insurance, health insurance. But, you know, the cost of labor is high. And the problem is most of it doesn't go directly to the employee. You know, workers' compensation insurance goes to the employee indirectly if they get hurt. Unemployment insurance goes to the employee if they become unemployed. But, you know, if you keep them employed, then that's just money that you can't use to grow your company. Like I said, whether it's all good or bad, I don't know. I'm not sure. I know the protections are there for the employee, and there are some unscrupulous employers out there. But, and so, other than the wages, how can it still be cheaper to ship beef into this country than it is to buy it here? I don't know. And then again, you know, you factor in the cost of living in the United States, which today is crazy. So, I don't know. But if you buy made in the USA, and it's really made in the USA, then you help the USA. I know there are people who argue with me that, well, it helps the economy with this other stuff, the imports. Americans still make money on this. Yeah, you're right. They do still make money. And, a few of them even do better, because more of the cost or more of the profit goes into their pocket. They get a larger profit margin by importing. Importing from countries like China that pays like 50 cents a day. Now, 50 cents a day, that's like minimum wage here in the United States. That's better than nothing, but that's about it. So, just buy local. If you're watching this and you live near a rural area, and you don't know somebody which you probably do know somebody or know somebody that knows somebody, but talk to your friends. Hey, this is what I want to do. And they may know somebody. If not, get on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. Now Facebook don't like you selling live animals. They're weird. But on Craigslist, you can find somebody close to you that, and I'm sure there's other things, depending on what you do. There's tons of Facebook groups that deals with this. You have to do everything by private message. You can't, do it openly on Facebook because they're weird. And this is the company owned by Zuckerberg, who at one time made the announcement he wasn't going to eat any meat that he didn't grow himself. I don't know if he stuck to that or not, because I only heard about it one time. But anyway. Plus, you get a better quality of meat. And you're helping someone close to you. You're helping your state economy, your county economy, So, and I really didn't plan on getting into that tangent, but like I said, buy as close to you as you can get it. Isn't it better for the environment to buy from someone 10 miles away from you as to buy from someone 1,000 miles away or 2,000 miles away? Excuse me. Well, I'm going to have to stop here because I'm about to run out of memory on my phone. I got to free some up, plus we're close to 30 minutes anyway. So, I think if you're watching this to this point, I think this is going to be a standalone video today. So, I'm going to wrap it up right here. Let's all look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And that's what I talk about, helping each other when we can. If you can go buy a pound of bacon from a local farmer, you're helping. He helps you by giving you quality, nutritious food, and you help him by giving him cash that he can turn into feed, which then gets turned into quality food for you. So, that's how we can help each other. It's not all about making donations and doing good deeds, and it's a good deed when you enter into commerce with people, in your area. So anyway, this video is still semi-coherent, doesn't get shut off in the middle of the sentence. Let's all pray. Man, we need some prayers. Lots and lots of prayers. So, I'll catch y'all later.